Guys, before we start the video, I just want to say that I'm going to be selling a kit of everything that I installed in this video. So there's going to be the light, the strobe controller. There's going to be a piece of vinyl tint to go on top of the light. I also have the template for cutting the right shape of the diffuser. Yeah, so I'm going to be selling everything and I think there's some extra stuff in there. So I'll be selling everything for $40. If you buy everything separately, it's going to be over like $70 at least. So if you guys are local and you want to do this project too, to your diffuser, if you have the same as mine, hit me up and I'll give you guys more details and send you pictures. But yeah, let's get right into the video now. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we're going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it has to do with the diffuser over here. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the back of the car right now, and I know you can't really see that well, so I got some light, but we got the rear spats on, and now the only thing that's kind of missing from the rear of the car is this big hole right here. So before just having the hole, I used to have a mesh grill here, but I always wanted to have a fourth brake light. So what I was planning on doing at first was making a shape for it and then making a mold out of it from this piece of acrylic plastic. But it was getting too expensive, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna cut it right there and try to find something new. And now what I came up with is using these lights that I got from Amazon, and I'll try to wire it up. But the problem is that you guys can see the hole, and you guys can also see the length of this. So I'm gonna have to cut this to fit the light into there, which I'm not sure is gonna be possible, but I'm still gonna try because I really want to make this light work. So yeah, I'll walk you guys through the process, and if it does work, everyone with a diffuser like mine, you won't be stuck with this hole in the middle anymore, or this mesh grill that I had before over here. You won't be stuck with that. You can actually put in a light. Everything that I used in this video will be linked down in the description below, so make sure to use that. Everything's on Amazon and they're pretty cheap. So before we start the video, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. It helps the channel out a lot, and comment down below if you guys want to see anything new that I haven't done. But yeah, for now, okay, so the first thing that you're gonna want to do is make a template of the hole. So I already did that with this piece of paper over here, so it's supposed to fit in straight in there. So that's what we're gonna cut the shape of the light to. So the good thing about these lights is that the width is exactly the same size as the diffuser width, so we don't have to worry about that. The only thing we have to worry about are those corner cuts right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna place it and I'll show you guys how I cut it. So to help me with the cutting process, I'll be using my Tack Life tool over here, which is similar to a Dremel, but it's not a Dremel. Let me open it up and show you guys. So it's basically a Dremel, but it's an off-brand, I guess. So it's basically a Dremel, but it's cheaper, and it works just as well in my opinion. So I'll be using the cutting wheel, which is this one over here. And if you guys want to cop one of these for yourself, which I highly recommend, it only costs $50 Canadian. So if you guys want to cop this, I'll make sure to link it down in the description below. So as you guys may or may not know, with the LED strips, you can't just cut one LED out. It usually goes in a series of 3, so 1, 2, 3. If you cut this one out, these two won't work. So what I'm planning on doing is just cutting the casing, but I'm not sure if there's a strip inside or if it's an actual circuit board. So just a heads up to not cut the actual LED strip or circuit board. I'm not sure which one it is yet, so you're barely going to be able to see one of those LEDs, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to install on Looks like it's legit only this much bigger here and here. So let's try to test fit it on now. I still think we got some trimming to do, but let's see what it looks like so far. Okay, so I don't know how well you guys can see this, but you can see that the circuit board is touching the diffuser over here, and this side as well is sticking out. So I'm gonna cut this piece off and this one off too. So we're gonna do that, and hopefully the thing will fit in better now. All right guys, so it is now the next day, and today we're at Anthony's house. Got Greg over here, still no Instagram, looking at us. Anthony working on the what the fuck? Anthony working on the fog light. So, and this man took off his whole fender. So if you guys want to see this craziness, this madness, head over to the man's channel. And we also got Naveen, that's his car right here, and then Savitan, but they just went to Canadian Tire right now to go get some stuff for their car. So yesterday we left off where we were cutting the diffuser, so today that's what we're gonna continue to do. So as you guys can see, already got a head start over here, and this side is completely gone, and I started cutting this side, which is basically gone too. You just need to pull it out. Okay, that's gone. But yeah, today's just gonna be cutting and sanding, and hopefully we can at least put the light in today. Like, not connect it with the brake lights, but just put it in for now. And alright, so I sanded down like this whole light area here, and also a little bit at the back. You guys can see it's kind of black over here. But anyways, so Greg had the idea to put the tape on here and use those as handles for when we put it in like this. So if you guys come close to here, you can see that this is really like hella dirty right now actually. You guys can see there's so much dust from sanding, but like I'm gonna clean that later before I put the light. So right now I just wanted to show you guys that after sanding for a long time, like we finally got it to fit. The reason I have to like make it go in like that first is because the circuit board is solid, like it's not flexible, so I have to make it go in like that first, and then this side, and then I can pull it here. So that's what it looks like right now. So in the next clip, I'm gonna be extending these wires so that I can connect them to the taillights and make them match. But yeah, that's it for today. A lot of sanding, so I'm probably just gonna clean this off right now and get it ready for tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is now the next day, and as you guys saw in yesterday's video, we got the light to fit. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right ahead and sand the bottom one and the top edge a little bit more, just so I can put double-sided tape on here when we do put it on. And yeah, so right now just more sanding, but after that what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, and then we're gonna have to waterproof this back again. It looks kind of bad, like it looks like there's a lot to like waterproof, but I'll walk you guys through it.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so I've got some good news. So as you guys can see, I put a strip of 3M double-sided tape on the top and bottom, and let me show you guys how it fits. It has just the right amount of friction for it to make contact with the tape, and once it's out here, you can see it doesn't move at all. Or like, well, once it's gonna be taped down, it won't move as much. So alright guys, so now what we're gonna have to do is waterproof this light back to how it was, or close to how it was before. And what we're gonna be using for this is actually a hot glue gun for the ends, just because like you can see that the LED sticks out, and like I still want this to kind of light up and not be like if I could cover it with like black silicone, like it's just gonna, like the LED won't show through, and this will just like look weird. So if I put like hot glue on here, like at least some light will still show through, so it'll look better like that. But when we do put it on the car, I'm gonna put black silicone around it. And again guys, everything is linked down in the description below, so if you guys need anything. But yeah, for now let's just clean this up and waterproof it back up. Alright guys, so that's the first layer that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let this dry, just so I can, when this is dry, I can build on top and fill that gap over here. So I'm gonna do the same on this side while the other side is drying. Alright, let me give you guys a closer look in the light. so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So as you guys can see, this is like, I'm pretty sure there's like no way water is gonna go through this, but you never know. But like still, like I'm gonna put silicone on top of that when it's on the car. So yeah, but for now this is what it's looking like. So now let's just test it just to make sure I didn't damage the LED board and it still works. And yeah, we'll be ready to put it on the car. So now that we're done the fitment and the waterproofing on the sides, as you guys can see, now on to the next challenge, which are these wires over here. So as you guys can see, they're not that long. And if I wanted to extend them, I would have to buy some, but fortunately Anthony blessed me with some of his old underglow that he doesn't use anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the wires from this and connect it to those and extend it by soldering them together with this solder kit, as I will attach in the description below. He also gave me those I'm not sure what they're called, T-taps or something. Oh yeah, T-tap to connect the wires in the car, and some heat sinks for when I solder it. But yeah, huge shout out to Anthony. If I didn't have those, it would be a very messy install. Now that we have those, I'm gonna cut the wires from this and extend it from here. Alright guys, back from lunch. Let me update you guys on what's happening over here with the wiring. So that's the LED strip. Come all the way down. We get, if you guys look at the end over here, all the 3 wires look the same, so I had to color code it with some masking tape. So the one with 2 pieces of masking tape, which is this one right here, is actually the ground, and the one with 1 piece of masking tape is just a running light, so that would be the black wire. And on the brake light, which is the red one over there, there's no piece of masking tape here, so that's how I'll differentiate between them. But right now I'm just going to tighten those up right now so I can show you guys how to put it in the car. But yeah, right now I'm just going to take off the protective film and take off that tape and then put the vinyl on, and then we'll be ready to install. Oh, and one more thing, Amazon just pulled through. Like, my package was supposed to be here like 2-3 days from now, but it just came right now, so I actually needed that to install this light. So what this is, it's a strobe controller. So like, I'll put a video on the screen right now what it looks like at the end. But basically when you press the brakes, like the brakes go on and off like a few times, like rapidly before it turns solid. I know some people don't like it, but I think it's kind of cool, so I'm just gonna go with it. Alright guys, so honestly I know it looks kind of dark. It's darker than my actual tints right now, but that's all I had. That's the one that Boris gave me, so I'm gonna run it on the car first, see how it is. And if it's too dark, I'll just peel it off. I didn't wrap it around the corner. But yeah, now we're ready for install. Alright, so don't mind the trunk over here. There's a lot of mess over here. I even got like the wiring diagram figured out and all that, but like, before you do all that, you're gonna have to take your spare tire out, and you're also gonna have to take this plastic, like it's right over here. Like, you just have to take it off. There's 4 clips, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna have to take that off, and then you're gonna have to take this black plastic piece off here. Sorry, I took it off here. And then behind the plastic piece, there's 2 10mm bolts for holding the tail light. So then when you take that out, you can pull the tail light off. And then the reason you're gonna have to do that is because, let me pull the tail light off and I'll show you guys. Alright, so when you pull the tail light off, you can see that there's this little hole with the plastic cover on it. That's considered a type of firewall, so that's where we're going to be running the wires through. Okay, so we're just going to keep this here for now, and let me show you guys how to feed the wire in. So you're going to take your whole wire, you're going to take your whole LED assembly over here, and then we're going to come over to the diffuser. And if you guys are looking at this video, you probably have this diffuser. You guys know that we have like those two thing here in the middle, this one and this one, those two fins. And if you look in there, you can see that there's light going through this one. So what we're gonna do is just gonna take the ends of our wire and just like put it into that thing, and then just keep pushing, and then it should come out the other way, the other side. All right guys, so just to show you guys again, this is the hole where we took out the wire, and then put it all the way over here behind that nut. I didn't fully secure it yet, I'm just showing you guys the path I took. And then all the way in there towards that light over there. And if we come up here, you can see that's where the wire comes from. And like I said, we're going to take off the tail light and fish it through that hole over here, which is the firewall to get into the car. Alright guys, so now let's talk about the wiring. So this is the driver's side tail light over here. As you guys know, this is where the wires come from for the LED strip. And if we follow this down here, we can see this little plug over here. So this is what connects the power to your tail light. So what you're gonna need now is a tool like this. I'm not sure what it's called, but like it's just to test like what wire has what power. So you're gonna have to ground it on your car's chassis, and take the tip of this and try to poke it into each wire. There's 4 wires in total, so you're gonna have to try to poke it into each wire. And while you're doing that, you're gonna have to press the brakes, you're gonna have to turn on your running lights, you're gonna have to turn on your signals, your hazards, and one of them is your ground wire. So the ground wire is the white and black one, so that's the rightmost when you're looking at it from the top. I already tested it, but like I'll just show you guys the hazards for instance, because like I don't have anyone to help me to press the brakes right now. So let me just show you guys that the hazards are on right now. So when I tested it, for me the hazard was the third one from the left. When you're looking at it from the top, poke a small hole in there just so it can make contact with the copper, and then you guys can see over here that the light is flashing every time the hazard turns on. So that one's for the hazards, right? So when you're looking at the plug from the top, there's going to be 4 separate wires. The leftmost is going to be for stop, S, R is your running lights, your H is your hazards, and your G is your ground. So what we're going to be using is actually the stop light, the running light, and the ground. I don't know if you guys remember, but the one that has 2 pieces of masking tape, that one is the ground wire. So that one's going to connect to the rightmost one, which is the white and black stripe wire. The one with only 1 piece of masking tape, that's the running light. That one's going to connect to the second from the left. And the one with no wire, that's the stop light. And that one is the leftmost when you're looking at it from the top. So that one will connect to the leftmost one. So how do we connect those? So that's what you're going to need over here. Alright, so now how do we use this? So there's a male and a female connection. So this one is going to be going on the one that's already on the car. It's going to be clamping onto the wire. And this one is going to be going onto like the wire from the LED strip over here, like these 3. So you're going to have 3 of those on there. So the way you can find out which one to use, since they're different sizes, like actually let's look at the smallest and the biggest one. So the smallest one, you can see that the size in between the 2 silver teeth like are very small, but like the size between the 2 silver teeth on the yellow one is pretty big, so it goes on your wire size. So how you choose your wire size, or like which connections you should use, is that you're gonna have to cut this connection up here just so we can expose those wires and we can properly tap them to it. So let me just cut a line in there and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, so I've exposed the wires from the insulation a little bit and you guys can see it a little bit more. So the wire that we're not going to be using is actually the 3rd one, but we're going to tap the other ones. Based on what I've been looking at so far, it looks like the blue is good enough for the job. You could use the yellow one, but like the blue one, like it's the middle size and it fits this actually, so should be good. So right now what I'm going to do is tap into the wire into 3 different places, and then I'll show you guys what I did. So now we're going to take the other side of these, which are these ones, and we're gonna add it to our LED strip. So right now it doesn't matter like which one you're putting it on right now and all that, but just make sure it's a clean connection. Okay, now here comes the fun part. So don't forget these. All we have to do is just connect it, but be very careful. So the one with the two stripe is the ground one, so that's gonna go with the white and black one over here. So just connect that up like that. The one with one piece of masking tape, that is the running light, which is the second one, like so. And the last one, just connect it to the first one, which is the stoplight. So the first one over here. All right guys, my battery actually died, but I got a new one, so let's plug it in and hope nothing blows up, because I'm actually scared something's gonna happen. But so this plug connecting back to where it's supposed to be. Oh fuck, nothing happened. Okay, so let's just see right now if it works. I'm gonna turn on the car and you guys will be able to see it first, and I'll rewatch that. So now all we have to do is come back down here, and so we have to take off the backing of the 3M tape, heat it up a little bit, and then we have to cut those strips that help us handle this. And yeah, I think that's it. And then we put the silicone and it should be done. So let's do that and call it a day, because I'm done. But it was worth it. Honestly, it was worth it. I like it. I'll try to put some more footage of this at the end of the video, but yeah, for now let's just finish this up. So it's finally done after about, I would say, like all in all 5 hours of work, like the measuring, sanding, cutting, all of that finally done. I'll show you guys a few videos right now. I've been waiting for like this time of the day to film it, like where it's almost the sunset. So yeah, like right now I'm gonna show you guys the video and at night, so you guys can really appreciate it for what it is. But guys, let me tell you, this mod is like something I've been wanting to do ever since I got this diffuser. The hole there just bothered me the whole time, and like now I have to get it done. I tried to get someone to fabricate it, like a light expert, but they said they couldn't find it because they didn't have a light that fits it. So I didn't want to take the risk of like it breaking and then me bringing it back to them. So yeah, I had to do it myself. So yeah, for all of you guys with the same diffuser as me, this one, if you guys want to do the same thing and you guys are local, I am selling a kit with everything in it. So just message me, I'll send you guys pictures and everything you need. I'll sell it for $40. I honestly think it's a pretty good deal for what you're getting in it. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciated the video and the effort it took to make this. But yeah, now I'm just gonna show you guys a few videos at night of what it looks like. And yeah, if you guys liked it, please make sure to like, comment down below what you think of it, and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Later guys.